All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call Allah, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, I came across this article. Well, actually, I came across a picture on social media post, and it went into the Walgreens. It says the name of the article. This is from Yahoo Finance. It says Walgreens to expand use of prescription filling robots cites $500 million in savings as motive. So basically, you know what the motive Esau's always money. Now, when I looked it up, now if you Google something, you know you have a thing called the AI overview, and the AI overview said it was true because sometimes you see certain things on social media, you gotta look it up and see like if it's really happening, or it could be somebody's opinion, or it could be what somebody wants to happen. But, as far as prophecy goes, we got to go into what's real. All right? Now, we can filter events through prophecies, but you can't just make shit up. You got brother, you always say, like, state your source. So this source is Yahoo Finance, and it reads again. This is the title of the article. It says, Walgreens to expand use of prescription filling robots cites $500 million in savings as motive. So it says, Walgreens has plans to expand its use of robot-powered microfilament sensors, and it says the sensors currently serve 4,800 stores and fill more than 16 million prescriptions each month. The push for automation, see that word, remember that word automation, the push for automation comes as Walgreens prepares to go private in a deal with Sycamore Partners. I heard that they're coming from, I forget what actually I heard that from. But you see that? Prepares, it says automation. Now you gotta remember, automation is the key word. That's revolving around that AI shit, because obviously a robot is not a human, so it's artificial intelligence. So you can see the direction, because remember, Walgreens is a store that's quote unquote supposed to be closing down soon. So what's happening now? So whatever is left around in the future, they're gonna have to be equipped with AI, automation, and all that. And Walgreens ain't no different. It says Walgreens will be expanding its use of prescription filling robots, CNBC reports. It says I didn't know they was going private. It says the pharmacy chain began using micro-fulfillment centers in 2021, which is a year after the C19 started. It says before pushing the program in 2023 to focus on feedback and improvement. Now it's working to add more in order to free up time for pharmacy staff, reduce time spent on routine tasks, and eliminate inventory waste. So ultimately, that's going to eliminate the actual pharmacists. Because I remember hearing, they said that the AI shit would be able to diagnose, to do medical shit that humans do now. So basically, it's going to be a matter of time before they're not even going to need no more pharmacists, actual humans. And they're going to have the robots do most of the work. So they won't have to pay nobody. It says the robot power centers fill thousands of prescriptions for patients who use medication to manage conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. With those tasks automated, Walgreens told CNBC its pharmacy staff will have more time to interact directly with patients and perform clinical services like vaccinations and testing. So as of right now, the pharmacist jobs and what? Pharmacy staff, because got pharmacists and technicians. So basically, as of right now, this is not threatening their jobs. But what's going to happen? What's going to happen eventually? Eventually, their jobs are going to be threatened. It says the company told CNBC. Oh, that's something else. It says the company told CNBC it hopes to have 11 micro-fulfillment centers serving 5,000 locations by the end of the year. In February, there were 4,800 stores that utilized the micro-fulfillment centers. On average, these centers handle 40% of the prescription volume at individual locations. Walgreens says, which translates to about 16 million prescriptions filled each month across all service stores. So basically, Walgreens is having robots fill prescriptions. And you see where they're going with this? Remember, what did Elon Musk say? I was going to go to Elon Musk said, 80% of the workforce cut. And the medical physicians, these pharmacists and all that, they weren't part of the AI AI proof jobs. So when you really think about it, eventually they're gonna get rid of pharmacists entirely too. They're gonna get rid of all the human pharmacists and whatnot, and have the robots do most of the work, and maybe keep a couple on deck to monitor and supervise the AI. It says Kayla Heffington, Walgreens pharmacy operating model vice president, told CNBC that the company's investment in automation is already paying off. Automation. It says the micro-fulfillment centers have generated $500 million in savings through their increased efficiency and reduction of excess inventory, which means what? Inventory that the humans will have to take care of. It says stores that use the centers are also administrating 40% more Vs than those that aren't, increasing profits. Because remember, Walgreens was talking about they was going to be shut down soon. So now, so ironically, they come across this AI automated shit, and now they're saying they're increasing profits because the majority of their profits was with the pharmacy anyway. It says right now, the micro fulfillment centers are the backbone to really help us offset some of the workload in our stores, to obviously allow more time for our pharmacists and technicians to spend time with patients. But they're going to easily phase that out. Once they find a way to phase that out, they ain't going to need to do that. More time for our pharmacists and technicians to spend time with patients. Rick Gates, Walgreens chief pharmacy officer, told CNBC, it gives us a lot more flexibility to bring down costs, to increase the care and increase speed to therapy, all those things. It says Gates added that he sees the micro-fulfillment centers as a competitive advantage for Walgreens because many independent pharmacies and larger rivals don't have the centralized support. However, many of Walgreens' major competitors like Walmart, Kroger, and Albertsons already have or are testing their own versions of the micro-fulfillment facilities. So what? It's a gradual thing. Once all this AI shit gets lit, all these companies are going to follow suit. It's not going to be just Walgreens. It's not going to be just Walmart. Any store with a pharmacy and all these regular pharmacies. It says there are, of course, risks that come with using these micro-fulfillment centers, like a reliance on sophisticated robotics that can cause major disruptions if errors occur. But for Walgreens, the rewards heavily outweigh the risks. So they're going to say the rewards outweigh the risks. And remember, it's privacy, and that's how they're going to usher in the MOTB. That's how they're going to phase out cash the same way, and then have what? Bring out that micro C-HIP. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the grand scheme of things. And the grand scheme is what? YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI's prophecy. It says Heffington told CNBC that the automated locations have helped reduce prescription fulfillment costs by nearly 13% year over year, and have increased prescription volume by 126%. The centers also allow the company to have real-time data on all prescriptions fulfillments, enabling its employees to provide better customer service. Because what was also a thing going on with the pharmacies? The whole thing with people getting extra scripts. So what's going to happen is the whole system, starting with these pharmacies, these banks, the banking system, they're all going to get more into the AI, automated robotics. They're going to have their company run based using that. And that's going to in turn cause what? It's going to cause a loss in jobs. It's going to cause, close of store or downsizing, because they're not going to need all those people. They probably need one. They probably have one pharmacist and one technician, if that. Because if you go to a pharmacy, there's a few people in the back, but it's not even that much people now. So what's going to happen? And remember, too, with all the palm payments they're trying to do, they want to make everything quicker. They're going to make every purchase, every transaction a smooth, quick thing. Get your hand scanned and keep it moving. And that's how they're going to bring in the MOTB. It said the renewed push for automation comes as Walgreens prepares to go private, and a $10 billion deal with Sycamore Partners. The buyout is expected to complete by the end of the year. So, So now you have Walgreens, and you're gonna have Walmart. You're gonna have, it said, Kroger's and all, and you gonna have you have the whole, any business. They're all gonna have to get in tune with the AI automated systems, and it ultimately gonna bring what, the MOTB, because that's how you make everything quicker, get everything more technology oriented, more AI oriented, get rid of more human employees, usher in the universal basic income, let that go for a time, and then usher in the MOTB. You phase cash out, and this was unraveling, and this is here the cause right here before our very eyes, the cause for these devils to then usher in the MOTB. Hold on, let's see what Sycamore is. Because I heard of them, but I seen that company before. Sycamore Partners. So the AI overview, it says Sycamore Partners is a New York-based private equity firm that specializes in consumer, distribution, and retail-related investments. The firm has a history of acquiring and restructuring companies in these sectors, which is what they're about to do to Walgreens, because Walgreens is on its way out. So then you have big bank, you have big investment, what you call this, equity firm. It says often with the goal of improving their operating profitability and strategic value. Sycamore Partners is currently acquiring Walgreens Boots Alliance. You see that? An equity firm. And I see a lot of their things is with this digital shit too. So yeah, I see a lot of their investments on a lot of these businesses that was closed down. So we can get that. We can get the grinding season real quick. Fuck. Because this is definitely going to close the door to life's opportunities, as the scripture said. So it's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 4, and it says, remember him, which is YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Remember him before the door to life's opportunities is closed and the sound of work fades. Now you rise at the first chirping of the birds, but then all their sounds will grow faint. Early morning bird sounds, bird. You're not going to have a reason to go. You're not going to have to get up and go to work in the morning. But check this out. But it says, remember him before the door to life's opportunities is closed and the sound of work fades. Because eventually what's going to happen with Walgreens, they're going to get rid of the pharmacists and the technicians and keep whatever they need, just whatever they need to help with the automated and the robot shit. Probably get an engineer. Because when you really think about it, what they said, that the three jobs that's going to withstand the test of the AI takeover is going to be coders, engineers, and I believe they said bioscientists or some shit like that. That's the only one. So I didn't see shit about a physician, because they said the AI is going to be. They said the AI is going to be able to motherfucking do medical diagnosis. So they're going to have AI heavy in the big pharma world. It's already acquiring Walgreens, and you see what it says Sycamore Partners do. They said they acquire these companies and then help them to be more profitable. And now the profit is now in AI automated effectiveness. You see how they said they saved $500 million already, and the robots filling like 16 million prescriptions a month. Obviously we knew that the banks and the medical world was going to be the first ones to usher in the AI. They're the most profitable ones that stand, like, period. Oh yeah, and that's Ecclesiastes 12 and 4 of the NLT, which I think hits a little different, hits a little better. But it talks about grind and ceasing. That's what's going to happen. They're going to start getting rid of the physicians, get rid of the technicians from the Walgreens and all the other pharmacies. You said they said Walmart following suit. All these companies, they're following suit, because this is going to be the new system. This is going to be the new way of buying and selling, which also is going to bring in what? The MOTB, the RFID Michael C hit. This is ultimately what this is all about. And it's how to be able to control and monitor all transactions. Oops. Speaking of which, matter of fact, hold up, because I actually wanted to, so if we talk about that Walgreens, I want to bring out the article I brought, I think that was yesterday, but I want to read this certain part of it. Fuck. Damn. Oh, shot China. Hold up, bear with me. He'll biometric. Damn. Ah, found it. Found it. Now this is an article. This is regarding Thailand. So this is a company, and I believe it's in China or Thailand. It says Tencent, whatever, considers bringing palm biometric payment to Thailand. Alipay pushes the PL1. Now Tencent, I think I pronounced it right. Tencent is a Chinese tech giant, and it says considering its palm biometric scanning to Thailand and what would be a significant expansion of the burgeoning technology. Now, remember, what did Klaus Schwab say, the former head of the World Economic Forum? He said, what? China's going to be the new model of the world. So China's getting all that in place over there in the Asia region. But there was a... Okay, so I'm gonna read that again. So I'm gonna go back to Revelation. Now this is regarding the mark of the, this is the mark of the beast right here. This the heaviest prophecy right now, and especially the heaviest prophecy that we're waiting to come to fruition, because it's already in gear, it's already in motion. But once they bring it to the masses, that's when we're gonna know we actually really like dead ass close to YAHAWASHI returning. So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, and it reads, "And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And we go into NLT, it says, he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. Verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." And we go into the NLT of Revelation chapter 13, verse 17, it says, "And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name." Verse 18, "Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666," which is what? 600. 3 score, which is 60, 3 scores, 20 times 3, 60, and 6, 66, 666. So we go to the NLT, it reads, Revelation 13 and 18. "Wisdom is needed here. Let the one with understanding solve the meaning of the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. Now, go back to that article. Now that PL1 it was talking about in Thailand, that company, here it goes. Hold up. So, this guy, the head of this company, Jimmy Chen, which is head of this Tencent, he's a vice president, it says, Chen said Palm biometric payment technology could be rolled out in retail, financial services, entertainment, the public sector, education, and telecom. He singled out convenience stores as one of the most promising models for the technology and predicted that the tech will mature as a commercial payment system in Indonesia and Thailand, since he believes it offers higher scalability, security, and reliability. Now, he talk about palm payments. Now, he's not talking about nothing implanted in your skin yet, but he's basically talking about reading your palm. So whatever device they're talking about now is going to read your palm, but ultimately it's going to read what? It's going to read the seed that's in your body, because he said he calls it all. This is the region of China, Asia, Thailand, Indonesia, and all that. All that's in the region of Moab. And Klaus Schwab said, what? China is the new model of the world. Going to be the new model for the world. So China is bringing out something that means they're going to usher it into the whole earth. So palm payments, biometric scanning, all that is going to go throughout the whole earth, and then come here, especially come here to Babylon. And that's how we know we're at the end. Because if they're talking about this kind of stuff, which is regarding the last bit of prophecy, we at the end. It said Tencent Cloud Vice President Jimmy Chen, a director in charge of Southeast Asia, said Thailand is a key strategic market. Thailand is undergoing its own digital transformation journey, and Chen identifies strong demand from large corporations and a Thai government cloud-first policy as he spoke to the Bangkok Post. Okay, so I read that. The second time I wrote out to everyone. So it says Tencent Cloud's current business partners in Thailand include MFEC and True IDC. Tencent's WeChat Pay, along with Alibaba's Alipay, are both widely available in Thailand. So already out there, you have this technology available. So it says Ant Group, an affiliate of Alibaba, is also pushing Palm biometric payments with its Alipay PL1 product. Users must register their own palm and vein biometrics. Now, what is that leading to, man? Come on. You think they're going to stop it here? It's only going to continue to where they're going to want you to get it implanted in your skin. So as soon as you start hearing, they're going to start doing it in China, in that region, and throughout all the earth after that. Because it's already doing that now. You got the, scan your hand. I think, Whole Foods has the palm payments. Read your palm, scan your palm to enter buildings, all that. And then, so it says users must register their palm and vein biometrics with Alipay and connect them with their payment account to use the PL1 device. At shops using the PL1 device, customers then simply hold their palm over the sensor to verify and approve transactions. The whole process should take only a few seconds, according to the company. The PL1 uses both palm print scanning lines, the lines you see on people's palms, which is these. It says the palm vein patterns, the veins under the skin. These biometrics are unique to individuals and are even more unique and harder to replicate than fingerprints, making palm biometrics particularly secure. It is also convenient as it's contactless. So what they're making it they're making it seem simple, easy. Just thing of convenience. They're gonna bring the convenience factor. Only take a few minutes. It says the PL1 uses both palm print scanning. Oh no, excuse me. It says once businesses install the PL1, which are dedicated scanners, people can use their palms to transact in shops, metro turnstiles, or buses, while the PL1 can also be used as entrance scanners for buildings. So here you go. Transactions and enter buildings. I mean, enter apartment buildings. These new smart cities they developing. What do you think is going to require for you to get in these buildings? And they're going to take away the cards, take away the key. They're going to start scanning you. Everything's going to be more contactless. Nothing to contact, just scan. Here's the main paragraph I wanted to bring out. It says, palm biometric scanning is an increasingly popular option for making in-person payments. Major players such as Tencent, Visa, Amazon, JP Morgan, and MasterCard are increasingly backing palm-based payment systems. MasterCard CEO Michael Maybach said in a recent podcast with Fortune that the future of payment with palm payments or other biometric payment options. What's that going to be later on? The MOTB, the micro chip. This is it right here. They don't have much more moves after this. So yeah, it says the future of payment with palm payments or other biometric payment options is in the hands of the consumers. This is particularly true of physical shopping, in contrast with online shopping, as consumers are still used to tapping a piece of plastic or their phone, but the availability of options is important. So they say, oh, there's options. But eventually they're going to phase out the option of your phone and a card. And it says Amazon has fully deployed its palm scanning technology, Amazon One, across all its Whole Foods stores in the U.S. All the stores, not just a couple, all the stores. See, look at that verb. When we talk about all, he calls it all. So you can get your palm scanned in the Whole Foods. It says Tencent launched its Palm Play system for WeChat across convenience stores and various retail outlets in China. China is the new model for the world. China is the new model for the world. And they already have this up and running. They already have this going. They already have the gears, and they already have the gears rolling. And it says JP Morgan is planning a broad rollout of palm-based payment technology this year, and MasterCard has integrated palm biometrics into its biometric checkout program. Jean-Marc Thienpoint, global head of omnichannel and biometrics for JP Morgan Payments, has referred to palm-based biometrics as a crucial component for the company's overall biometric strategy. There you go. There you go. JP Morgan, Visa, MasterCard, Amazon, all the major players are all getting ready for the biometric rollout, the biometric planning, payment, palm scanning, veins reading, all that shit, man. Just what the prophecy said. I'm going to go back to it. So the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, and I'm going to read the NLT. It says, he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. And verse 17, and no one could buy or sell anything without that mark. That's what this is leading to. Biometric payments, palm payments. What's else going to be in your palm? The chip. They're going to read your hand, your right hand, your forehead, brain C-hips, Neuralink. But, we just crazy. We just don't know. The Bible's not real. But yet the Bible has exactly what they're doing in real time, which is written thousands of years ago. Thousands of years ago. The book of Revelation was written, but now it's pertaining to what's happening now. That didn't happen in the time of that didn't happen in the time of the disciples. It didn't happen in the time of YAHAWASHI. It didn't happen in the time of Apostle Paul. Hell, it didn't even happen in the time of the ancient the pagan Roman Empire. Now this is a branch of it, but it didn't happen during the actual existence of the actual Roman Empire, where they were called Caesars and emperors. All that stuff. And it said JP Morgan, Visa, Amazon, all these major players. And it's always in China, in that region. They get ready for and it said JP Morgan is bringing out a broad rollout. So, I mean, they're going to bring out the whole the whole show. This devil knows that time is short. And don't get it twisted. There's a judgment for receiving this MOTB that they're about to usher in. because this devil loves to bring death, and this is going to be the second. The thing with this biometric payments and all that is going to usher in the second death, which is the nuclear fire, the destruction of America. I'm going to go into it. So here goes the penalty for receiving that. So here's the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 9, and it reads, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand." Verse 10, "The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, in the presence of the Lamb." That's the nuclear fire that's come over here, man. The second death. That's the judgment. So we're going to have to endure that. So brothers that's going to be left here, that's going to be redeemed out of earth when Yahawashi returns, remember the 71 that should not bow to Baal. That's talking about the elect. The elect are not going to get the MOTB. And the Lord is going to hold them down and all during that time where they're going through the tribulation. And that's how the cookie crumbles. So yeah, so the warning, the Lord has his prophesied warning to not get it. So that's why ultimately the people that get the MOTB is the ones that didn't take heed to the warning, and they're going to be the ones that are going to get destroyed. And that's why you have to continually pray, beg the Lord for the strength and the mercy, to endure to the end and not get that mark, man. Because once you get the mark, you're marked for destruction. You're marked to burn. The fire. It says what shall be tormented with fire, nuclear fire that's coming over here, and that's it. So you just gotta do. Hey man, you might go hungry a couple days. You might be without for a couple days, or you might not be with what you preferably like. Because the Lord said his servant shall eat. But yeah, man, it's coming, man. It's time, man. Each day is getting a day closer. So with that, Lord willing is edifying. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM KAKADASH. Double honors to the Apostles of Israel, aka the Apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.